I don't mean to alarm anybody, but I think this heat is going to kill me. I have serious sweaty upper lip, humidities, and I'm definitely not built for 28 degrees. Hi guys, welcome back to the Makeup Hunter. I'm Laura. In today's video I am going to be doing a get ready with me, put some makeup on my very sweaty face and hopefully look a little bit better. So in today's get ready with me I'm going to be using makeup that I took on a recent break. I have all the makeup here in this makeup bag, and I asked on Instagram for my followers to pick my makeup. So I will be doing a separate video where I go through all of the makeup that I took away with me, why I took it, and giving you like mini reviews on the products. But in today's video I'm just simply going to be using the products on my face, doing a little chit chat get ready with me, but slightly different in that I asked my Instagram followers to pick from my holiday makeup. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do keep watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It means the absolute world to me. Give me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get some makeup on. Okay everybody, so I've just stuck my Hufflepuff Pride headband on. I'm dying. It's so hot in my bedroom. It's like an armpit in here. The UK is currently having a heat wave. I am milky white. I'm fat. I have chronic pain conditions, and this heat has not been my friend over the last few days. Being in the UK, we also don't have air conditioning in our houses, so I have one fan right next to me and one fan opposite me. So I'm so sorry if you can hear the noise, but I am physically unable to turn those fans off at the moment. I am so sorry that I am probably going to have a sweaty upper lip, and the humidity is real at the moment. The under boob sweat, it's a problem. So anyway, after that delightful little offshoot of conversation, let's get on to the makeup, shall we? So I didn't want to take a ton of makeup with me on my break. I was only going for like 5 days to a caravan. We went this time to Norfolk. We had an absolutely amazing time. The caravan and the site that we stayed at was stunning, but I took enough for sort of different occasions, because there was a bar and a restaurant and entertainment on site. I wanted to take stuff for if we went out of an evening, something to wear like on beach days, and then just general casual makeup. So I took sort of a nice variety. I bought this makeup bag especially because I needed a smaller one than the big makeup case, which is basically twice the size of this. It's the same exact thing, just much bigger. I didn't want to take anything as big as that, so I got this one, and I got a couple of new products before we went away that I wanted to take with me. So I'll have talked more about the specific items in detail in my previous video, but for now I just sort of want to show you briefly what's in here and what I'll be using today. So this is everything I took with me, and then I took my BH Cosmetics poolside chic brush set, which is what I've kept specifically just to take travelling with me. So this is everything I took, and I put polls up on Instagram to let my followers choose exactly what products I used. So for instance, I took 2 foundations with me, 2 powders, I took some bright lips and some nude lips, I took cream shadows, powder shadows, and I put up a poll. So first off, we need to obviously start with base. Now I didn't really take a primer per se. I took my Helio Care SPF gel colour cream, SPF 50. This makes a lovely primer, and this is what I used most days, but I'm not going to use it now because it's 9:30 in the evening and it's getting dark. So I've prepped my skin with my normal moisturiser, so I'm just going to be using that. And then the 2 foundations that I took with me were NYX Born to Glow and my brand new Dior Face and Body Foundation, and the resounding choice was for Dior. So I got this on the recommendation of Samantha March, who I've been really enjoying watching recently, and I know this is one of her favourite lighter coverage foundations. I loved it. This is definitely more of a evening, more glam foundation. The NYX Born to Glow is like your everyday, and then this is more of like a nighttime foundation. I got mine in the shade 1C, and it's a perfect match for me. So let's get this on. I'll bring you a little bit closer. Okay, so I've zoomed you in nice and close, and I'm going to go in with my foundation. And you don't need a lot of this foundation. It does actually have really nice coverage to it. Ooh. It is a face and body foundation, so it's not a full coverage foundation, but it has not a nice level of coverage, and the finish to it is stunning. I got the shade 1C, which is like one cool, but I do feel that this shade is quite warm toned. It's definitely sort of a summer shade for me. Not that I tan much, but I do self tan, and this is like the perfect summer shade for me. As I said, it's not a full coverage foundation. It's definitely more of a skin tinted moisturiser, light coverage kind of situation, but the finish of it is stunning. It's a very glam finish foundation, if that makes any sense at all. I'm going to use my dampened Real Techniques sponge and just blend that in. Now obviously it's a light coverage, so you can still see some of my redness and imperfections, but I just think the finish of it is so pretty. It's a luxury foundation, and that is the real vibe that I get from it. It gives me the most beautiful finish. It wears really beautifully on the skin. It lasted the whole day. I took a nap in my foundation, which I never do, and it still looked beautiful afterwards. It's one of those foundations that it just looks better the longer that you have it on your skin. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with this focus. But yeah, so that is the Dior Face and Body Foundation. I've only put a light layer on today. You can build this foundation up to get a higher coverage, but it's never going to be anything more than a light to medium coverage foundation. It's I would say it's not a sheer coverage, but I would say it's a perfect light coverage foundation. The next option that I gave my Instagram followers was my concealer, and I took with me the Nabla Close Up Concealer and the Fenty Bright Fix, which was another product that I purchased just before I went away, and the Fenty Concealer one. This was again a landslide winner. So I got mine in the shade Rose Quartz number 1, so this is the lightest one that you can get. It's a lovely pale pink colour corrector, but I find that the coverage is enough for when I have like this kind of coverage on, like a light coverage foundation. If I was going sort of full coverage glam, then I would use this and then use a concealer on top. But for the kind of occasion that I was doing my makeup for when I was away, I was happy to just use this concealer on its own. You only need a tiny bit of this product. It's very liquidy. It feels like a serum on the skin, and as you can see, it's got a lovely brightening effect. You can blend it in just with your fingers, but I like to do most of the blending with my fingers, and then because it is that serum consistency and it's such a bright colour, I like to just help mesh it with the rest of my face by just going over with the damp sponge. And as you can see, it's still lovely and brightened there, really illuminated. It's quite a hydrating concealer, so it does leave that nice radiance under the eyes. I wasn't really sure whether I was going to get this. Usually I get Fenty stuff when it launches pretty much immediately, but this one I wasn't all that bothered about. But again, it was a recommendation by Samantha March. I picked it up when I picked up the foundation and another product that I'm going to be using, and I've really been impressed with it, really enjoying this concealer. Okay, and next on to bronzer. So I took with me my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and the Nude Sticks Bondi Bay Cream Bronzer, and I got the most votes for the Bondi Bay, which I'm really pleased about. I will have probably already mentioned it in my previous video, but I've actually decided to, after taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer away with me, I've actually decided to declutter this from my collection. I remember loving this when I first had it, but I think I just used so many beautiful products and like bronzers since using this that I find it's really overrated. I found that I had to add too many layers really for my liking to get it to a colour that I wanted, and I also found that it hard pans really easily, and it's too much like hard work for a product that I've got so many more of that I like more in my collection. So after I filmed these videos, I will be decluttering this from my collection. But anyway, on to what was voted for, which is the Nude Sticks Bondi Bay. This is one of my favourite cream bronzers. I absolutely love the tone of this bronzer. It blends really beautifully. It can work as like a bronzer and a contour because it's quite cool toned, and I just love the Nude Sticks formula. And to blend that out, I'm using this like stippling brush from the BH Cosmetics Poolside Sheet collection. This is brush number 4. And this is ideal for blending out cream cheek products. It's just a lovely colour, really warms up the skin, blends in really nicely. It lasts really well on the skin. I find the Nude Sticks cream cheek products last really well. They don't fade off throughout the day. It's just, I do really like all of my Nude Sticks products. Okay, so that's my bronzer all blended in, and then next up I asked what powder to use. I took 2 powders with me. I took my Urban Decay Naked Skin powder, which I'm actually getting, oh no, I was just going to say I'm getting really far down in this powder, and it's broken. I had a real big dent, like hole in it, like pan in the item, and obviously it's not survived the travelling home, so it's shattered. But I'll probably still use it, although when I was using it previously, even with the big hole like pan in it, it was messy, it kept crumbling and getting everywhere, but what a shame. So, but anyway, the product that won out of those was my new Dior Powder No Powder. I got the shade 1N Neutral, and this is another Samantha March recommendation. She's absolutely obsessed with this powder. Another product that I wasn't too bothered about, but hearing her go on about it so much and having sort of a drier skin type, I thought this would sort of be my dream powder. I do absolutely love it, but this shade isn't brilliant for underneath my eyes. As you can see, it's sort of like the perfect tone for my skin, but I like a more brightening powder under my eyes. I am going to use it today because this won by a landslide, but I am thinking of picking up another 2. I'm thinking of getting shade 0 for underneath my eyes and shade 4 to use as a bronzer, because I like the formula of this powder so much. I'll just show you what it's like. It's a real like blurring powder, and it leaves a nice level of luminosity to the skin. It doesn't take away the shine. Just make sure I've got no creases. So I'm just using for underneath my eyes this brush from Colourpop. This is one of their highlight brushes. So I'm just going to use this brush for setting under my eyes. And it almost looks like I've used nothing, but it's just taken a little bit of the shine away and set the makeup in place, and it's also blurred that area. So I'll show you here where I've got the largest pores. And then on the rest of my face, I'm just using a bigger brush. This is the number 1 brush from that Poolside Chic set. And for me to want to get this powder in 2 more shades for different functions just shows how much I have been enjoying it. The combination of this powder with that Face and Body foundation and the Fenty Eye Bright, the Bright Fix, sorry, is like my perfect base at the moment. I think it's just beautiful. I mean, obviously I've still got this lovely radiance, but my face is set, it's blurred everything, and it's a really, really beautiful product. So those are my base items. Let's move on to eyes. I'm going to quickly do my brows and eye primer off camera, and then I'll come back to do my eyes. Okay guys, so I just spritzed my face with some setting spray. I took with me my travel size Benefit Professional Super Setter, and I've used my MAC Laying Low paint pot as my eye primer. And then for my brows, I took with me the Glossier Brow Flick in the shade Brown, and my Revolution brow gel in the shade Dark Brown. Now this I'm fine with, although it can be a bit finicky. I hate this brow gel. I absolutely hated using it while I was away. I used it in today's video just because that was the brow gel that I took with me, but I will definitely be throwing this straight in the bin when I've finished these videos. It's so messy. It doesn't hold my brows in place. It's really wet. It takes ages to dry, and then as soon as it is dry, the brows just fall down. It doesn't hold them at all, so will not be keeping that. So in my Instagram polls, I asked for my followers to vote on either cream shadow or powder shadow. I took with me my Sigma Ambiance palette, which I'm obsessed with this palette. I absolutely love it. And I also took a couple of Danessa Myricks colour fixes and my Giorgio Armani eye tint, and one by a landslide was the Sigma Ambiance palette. So I'm just going to do a nice simple eye look with this palette. These are the colours if you haven't seen it in my previous video, and I'm going to do something just quite simple for tonight's video. I think I'm probably going to use Days All Over, this like light beige, and then I think I'm going to pop Basque in the crease, and I think I'm going to go for Sunflower the Gold as my lid shade. So just something nice and simple. So I'm just going to use this brush from the brush collection. This is number 5, and I'm going to take that light beige colour just over my lid. And this is a lovely shade for a one and done shadow look, because it is darker than my skin tone, so it does leave a nice bit of depth to the eye. And it's a lovely neutral tone which goes with absolutely everything. Okay, and then I'm going to take that shade Basque, which is like a light yellow toned brown, and I'm going to use the number 8 brush, which is like a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to pop that in the crease. Okay, so now I've put that shade down, I'm just going to go in with the shade Sunflower, which is this lovely shimmery gold, and I'm just going to go in with my finger and just apply that to my lids. Okay, and that's my eyeshadow look finished. Super simple, but I absolutely love this palette and I just can't get enough of it. Really simple, quick and easy to use, but still with a really beautiful, warm, summery shadow look. So I'm now going to go away, curl my lashes and put my mascara on. The mascaras that I'm using at the moment are the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara for my top lashes and the Kevyn Aucoin volume mascara for my bottom. This is a tubing mascara, so it doesn't transfer. So I'm going to curl my lashes, put my mascara on, and then we'll come back to finish the look. Okay, so eyes are complete, curled my lashes, put my mascara on. I'm going to quickly put my highlighter on. I only actually took one highlighter with me, which is the Dominique Cosmetics Skin Gloss in the shade Glossed Peach. This is one of my favourite highlighters, so I'm just going to apply that with my finger to the high points of my cheeks. And even though this looks quite a strong colour in the pan, there isn't a huge amount of base pigment to it, so it blends lovely into the skin and just leaves that lovely glossy sheen. Okay, and for blush I only took cream blushes with me. I didn't take any powder. I took with me Bareback from Nude Sticks and Sunkissed from Nude Sticks, and my Instagram followers chose Bareback, which is a lovely like go with anything dusky like pink rose colour. And I'm just going to use my fingers to apply this and just blend it over the highlight. Okay, and finally lips. Now I took a small selection of lip products with me. I've already got on my Laneige lip balm. This goes absolutely everywhere with me, and I took a couple of different sorts of lip products. So I took my Nude Sticks lip crayons, and I took these are, I've got all the gel colour cheek balms. So these are the more sheer balmy formula, and I took 2 nudes in Ali and Tay Tay, and 2 sort of brighter colours, so Rebel, which is a nice pink, and Siren, which is a lovely red. I also took with me my Bobbi Brown crushed lip gloss in the shade Hot Streak, and just this, I hadn't realised I took this with me, but it was in my handbag. This is the Fenty Beauty Slip Shine lipstick in Quartz Candy, which is just a clear balm with some shimmer through it. So the ones that I asked my followers to choose between was the nudes and the colourful nude sticks, and they chose the nudes. So for today's look, I think I'm going to go for Ali, which is like a lovely peachy nude. And I did take one lip liner with me, but I didn't use it at all. I don't feel like with these crayon type products that you need a lip liner. And that's it, that's the finished look. So I'm just going to sort my hair out, and then I'll bring you in closer for a final look. Okay, so that is the final makeup look using products I took with me on my mini break, and also items voted for by my Instagram followers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this look. I absolutely love it. This is pretty much the sort of the kind of look that I wore if we were sort of going out for food or drinks. Just lovely glossy skin, a nice warm eye with a pop of shimmer, and this I absolutely love these nude sticks gel colour balms. They're so comfortable and they just add that hint of colour. So I'll bring you in closer so you can see my skin a bit more up close. And as I said earlier in my previous video, I will be discussing the products, all of the products that I took with me more in depth, and giving you little mini reviews on them. And then in an upcoming video, I think I'm going to do another shop my stash. I am still using my capsule makeup collection, which has come in so handy to have that there sitting ready to go. But there's a couple of sort of looks that I've got that I got in mind that I want to do, and there's some products that I sort of want to take out and have on hand for a couple of weeks. So if those are videos that sound like they'd be something you'd be interested in, then please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching me and joining me here. Please give me a like, leave me a comment. I hope you're doing well. I hope that if you are in the UK that you are coping with the heat, because I am not, clearly. I hope you're looking after yourself and looking after your loved ones. Keep loving yourself, keep loving each other. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.